in this whole process. And it ultimately gives us a more granular view of our student learning. So like I mentioned earlier, we have 4 content areas. One is elective, our Arabic program from 9 to 10. Then we have Islamic Studies, Quran, and Connections. Islamic Studies reviews the basic concepts of wudu and salah in the lower grades. Also reviews them quickly in the upper grades as well. It incorporates lessons from the stories of the prophets into our lives. And also just teaches the love of having a love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through his attributes. Quran, there is discussion on the basic knowledge of Quran and tajweed rules. Lessons from Quranic stories, mainly in the lower grades during circle time. And summaries of long surahs with meanings. And that's, you'll find more in the upper grades. Arabic. In the elective Arabic course in the lower grades, the focus is more on the alphabet and small words and connecting those letters, learning the difference between a letter, the shape of a letter when it's connecting and not connecting. In the upper grades, the study of writing, grammar, and reading Arabic. So more conversation Arabic in this elective course. And that program is a highly rich program with project-based learning. Connection. So this program is one of our favorite programs. Not to say that the other ones aren't, but this is fun for our students, and it is a program that came into fruition about 4 or 5 years ago. And we had feedback from our parents, we had feedback from our teachers and our students. How can we take this knowledge, this content material that is being conveyed to us, how can we really apply it to our daily life? You know, we have students saying all the time, why does this matter? Why do I care? It's like when they learn calculus and they're like, no, I'm never going to use this again in my life. Well, this class is specifically designed for those student questions. It helps students connect their daily lives and tasks with Islam. And it helps them understand that the role that we play in our families and our communities is truly defined by our religion. Every single thing that we do is something that we are meant to do. It engages students with hands-on activities, discussions in the classroom with speakers, and community service projects. Connections accomplishments this year. So at the beginning of the year, we know that we were hit hard with a multitude of hurricanes in the southern region of our nation. The Houston School District was suffering. It was the beginning of the school year. We teamed up with the Houston School District and we collected school supplies for students in Houston. Later on, our younger grades, pre-K to 3rd grade, they created placemats and designed lunch bags for the Meals on Wheels and DuPage Senior Citizen Council. Feed My Starving Children, if you're not aware of this organization, they're actually just down the street from here in Aurora. This is where students go. They bag certain food products for children and adults in other countries who are malnourished. So our 4th through 7th grades went to Feed My Starving Children on a field trip, and as well as our youth program, and I'll get to that in a little bit. Muslims Around the World exhibition. So this was an amazing exhibition in December. Each Connections class had a different country to represent. Students helped research that country. Some students brought in food samples from that country. Some students brought in artifacts, clothing, and they were all displayed in the gym at ICN Ogden Masjid. This was an amazing exhibition to allow our students and families to understand that we are all Muslim. That binds us all together. We all have the Quran that we read and we follow the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. But it also helped them to understand that throughout the Muslims in the world, there is diversity as well. In color, in clothing, in food, in geographic location. Just this last week, we had our first recycled mustard competition. And you can see some of our projects displayed. Mashallah, the students did an amazing job. I couldn't even believe myself what sort of garbage they used to create these beautiful masterpieces. And the last thing that your children are actually doing right now in their classrooms is they're coloring greeting cards for their neighbors. So they're Ramadan greeting cards that tell your neighbors about Ramadan. And it's a great way to spread the word of Islam and let your neighbors know what's going on this month and what we are all up to, I should say. The youth program. The youth program comprises our students from the 8th grades and above, so high school and 8th grade. They had discussions on Islamic topics on Aqidah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, prominent early Muslims, the Sahaba. They also had a field trip to Feed My Starving Children. And what is so nice about the youth program, I have 2 daughters in the youth program, and they come back each week and tell me, Mom, we had an amazing discussion just about topics that are relevant to them in their everyday lives that they come in contact with in discussions and conversations at school. So they have guest speakers come in, and they also had a great MSA workshop this year that helped teach our youth how they could set up their own MSA in their high schools. Our special needs program. So this is a program, the first of its kind in the nation, 3 years ago here at IC at Al-Falah Academy. Alhamdulillah, it is an amazing program. I'm getting choked up because it's an amazing, dedicated group of volunteers. And you'll hear more about the program in a little bit. They have story time, Arabic, Salah, bath time, and gym time. And they do this each day, and what's really nice about this program is that these activities are tailored to the temperament and the needs of each student. Extracurriculars, so we have academic as well as social extracurricular activities here at IC and Al-Falah. We had our carrot competition this year, the Surah Club, and Quiz Bowl. And this year we actually opened up Quiz Bowl to the 2nd graders, which was super cute. Next year, if you're free on Quiz Bowl Day, you should come watch the 2nd graders, even if you don't have a 2nd grader. It was a lot of fun. The kids always have a lot of fun. And this year, as families, we went to Wilmot and a snow tube as well. So looking ahead for next year. So alhamdulillah, we had a great year this year. It's almost behind us, not quite yet, but there's always room for positive change. In our curriculum and instructional changes, we'd like to share these standards that I was talking about with our parents early on, before school starts, curriculum day, inshallah, so that each of you know exactly what your child is going to learn. And this ultimately enables us to keep that triangular support of the parents, the teachers, and the students in this continuum of learning between each of us. Intensive review and recruitment of scholars and educators to improve each standard. Overall curriculum review to enhance and prevent overlap between the content areas. And maintain the student data to monitor our growth. If we can maintain this data of what is coming through these standard-based grading, we can see, is there a gap in our student learning? Do we need to tailor our instruction in a certain way to fill that gap? Are we doing extremely well? Do we need to increase topics and standards in our classrooms and our content areas? And mandatory Dhuhr Salah. So Salah and Wudu are part of our curriculum. But what we found was that having Dhuhr Salah in the gym at the end of the day, we do have a dwindling number of students. So we're considering changes, possibly having Salah in the classroom, having different congregations of Salah, 2 different gyms, but making that mandatory so every student has that opportunity to pray in Jama'ah. Other school-wide changes. So this year we rolled out Google Classroom to help keep that connection between our students and our teachers and our parents and understanding what's going on in the school and homework that's been assigned or tests and quizzes that are coming up. But we do understand that there can be technical issues. Even myself, I have technical issues all the time. The tech world is continuously evolving. So we hope to have a Google Classroom Education Day to train our teachers also, but our parents and our students on how to actually use Google Classroom to increase the effectiveness of this tool. It's a great tool. Increasing our school spirit. So we do have an amazing culture at this school that really dives deep into loving our religion. And what not a better way than to increase our school spirit by having Asad up here more, maybe Asad as a family, who knows, we'll see next year. Maybe having some spirit there as well. And teacher walkthroughs. So this is a great opportunity for our teachers. So in education, when I was getting my master's, we had to do countless hours of observations of other teachers. When I started my observations, I was like, oh my gosh, blow off week. I am not going to gain anything. I just sit here and stare at someone else teaching. By the end of my observations, I was floored at what I learned. Not only the importance of being observant, but the little details as a teacher that you don't realize that you're doing. For example, calling on boys more than girls, focusing on one side of the classroom, talking to this group of people, versus the other side. So it's really nice for teachers to observe other teachers, to see their strengths, to also help them with their areas of improvement as well. Connections next year, some projects. We hope to bring back the disability awareness workshop that we had last year. Bring back our mustard construction competition that you see up here again, all these projects. Service-oriented projects and speakers, partnering up with the Ronald McDonald House, Little Children's Hospital, having interfaith panelists come in at all different levels, authors maybe for the younger kids, speakers for the older children, and partnering with the Muslim Women's Alliance for their annual Feed a Family event that took place at ICN Ogden last week and helping box food for refugee families. And I'm sure we'll have more events that pop up next year as well. Extracurriculars for next year, Pure Competition, bringing back our Salah Connection, Surah Club, Quiz Bowl, Speech Competition, which was a parent idea that we'd like to bring forth in our school. Connections, extracurriculars like we just went over, and I'm sure fun events like bowling or sledding, skating, and so forth. So before I hand it off, though, I'd like to say alhamdulillah again. We had a great last year. We could not have asked for more. But we'd like to keep this momentum, this positive trajectory, and this inside drive of always striving to do the best that we can for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakallah.
Please give it up again for Sister Zina. Thank you very much for sharing that detailed information for us. So you can see it's not all fun and games at Al-Falah Academy. Regardless of what your children tell you, I did not learn anything, there's nothing happening over there. You can see months and years worth of information has been put together a lot of effort has been put in here to make sure that your kids are coming here and walking away with something. Granted, they're not going to walk away from here being scholars, but hopefully they'll get an appreciation for Islam and to learn more. I also wanted to point out one little thing over here is a painting by our special needs students, and there's some little paintings out in the hallway. They are being auctioned out, so please donate generously, and we'd love to see this hanging in some of our friends' homes. Next, I would like to ask, if you've got some gaps in between where you are, please try to move closer to your neighbor and make room for the other parents coming. I know you guys want to stay on the aisle seat in case of emergency. But if you could scoot a little bit on the inside, brothers and sisters, not to each other's sides, just make room for the parents coming in so they don't have to step over your toes to get there. Next, I would like to invite Sister Misha Fakuddin to come and talk about Al-Falah and beyond.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How's everyone doing? Good. Alhamdulillah. So Jazakallah khair to Sister Alzina for that wonderful recap of our year. As she said, it's been a great year, alhamdulillah, with lots of activities, lots of learning, lots of fun. And she also covered some of our goals for next year. So thank you for that. So the students that are walking in right now, they're 7th graders who are onlooking and ready to be audiences to our youth program graduates, right? Each and every single grade level isn't really graduating, right? 4th graders are being promoted to 5th grade, 6th graders are being promoted to 7th grade, but our youth program students, those who have been in this program for 3 years, are now graduating. So you see some of the color coordination happening, mashallah. So let's give them a round of applause as they come in. Mashallah. I'll just give them a moment to settle down and then I'll start, inshallah. Wonderful. So right before we begin the youth program graduation ceremony, I just want to come here and answer a question that's on the minds of lots of students, specifically our graduates, and the parents, of course. And that question is, what's next? Especially for those students that are graduating, you know, they may have attended a youth program for just 3 years, or they may have been in the school since they were in pre-K or kindergarten. But the learning doesn't stop here. The learning continues, and the growing of the faith continues, and giving back and contributing back to the school and the community, that continues. So I'm here to give you 3 opportunities, okay? 3 opportunities for the 7th graders to look forward to, for the youth program students to look forward to, and of course for the parents to know about as well, that are outside of Al-Falah, but that are awesome opportunities that take place beyond Saturday. So the first one, our youth program graduates can come back and they can become a part of the Al-Falah team. They can be teachers' assistants. They can use their talents in graphic design. They can use their talents in communications. Whatever it may be, however they would like to contribute, whether it be through teaching, co-teaching, or whatnot. Last week, I asked my students, what are your plans? What are your career goals? What are your educational goals? What are you doing after you graduate high school? And I heard amazing things, impressive things. We have students in our youth program graduating class that would like to become aerospace engineers and genetic researchers. Our teacher, one of the teachers, one of my friends, Sister Nabiha, who also teaches in the youth program, is at her own graduation ceremony right now. They have wonderful goals, but I'm here to tell you that they also have amazing goals when it comes to deen. Almost every single girl in our class who's graduating would like to come back and either be a teacher assistant, help out in the wonderful special needs program that we have, or be a teacher. Alhamdulillah, right? We have students who have memorized the Quran this year and would like to teach Quran. We have students who have other goals as well, whether it be medicine, whether it be being wonderful mothers, wonderful caretakers. Alhamdulillah. So that's the first opportunity. Come back and be a part of this team. As we know in our faith, it's an amazing thing to teach what you know. So that's our first opportunity. Come back and be a part of the team. Number 2, we have the Al-Falah Academy Summer Camp coming up. You may have received a blue flyer as you walked in. Take a look at that. It's an awesome opportunity, and as you'll see, some of the visions and some of the amazing things that we do here are based on amazing experiences that we had in summer camps of 2007 and 2008. And we hope to revive that this year, June 25th to August 1st, inshallah. And the third one is for our youth. The Islamic Center of Naperville has an amazing youth program, separate from this one. And we are launching 3 new programs, inshallah, in the summer. We have our middle school Heartbeats program for ages 11 through 13. It'll be a bi-weekly program where we'll nurture amazing relationships between our youth, as well as teach them important things that they need to know as they go through their middle school and high school years. We're continuing our high school Real Talk program for ages 14 through 18. And I'm especially excited to announce that we are now also offering, inshallah, a college and young professionals program at ICN. And this will be a less frequent program, but for those ages 18 to 25 who maybe are neglected sometimes in the community and don't necessarily have a wonderful weekend school or a regular program specifically dedicated to them. So that's all I have for you. Those are the 3 programs. Come back to Al-Falah. Take part in the summer camp either as teachers or students, or be a part of ICN Youth. Jazakallah khair, that's all I've got. I'm really excited to see these students graduate, and just remember that the learning does not stop here. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Sister Risha. It is amazing to see myself growing up in a Muslim country and the youth that is over here and how connected they are to Islam is light years ahead. So give yourselves a round of applause, parents, because you have done a great job. I see the future. I see billions and billions and billions and billions of Muslim kids taking over. All right, next, to give a little bit more information on what the youth program is, I would like to ask Brother Naeem and Sister Saima to come up to the stage and change of plans, staff recognition.
Jazakallah khair for all of you for coming here. And as when I started, I mentioned today is very happy and exciting day for us because this year is our continuation and completion at the same time of our 10 years when we started the journey together. So we are celebrating our 10th year anniversary. At the same time, would like to recognize those who have been part of our core team in the past 10 years. So would like to ask the key contributors to please come to the stage. I will call their names. There are a few here, few may not be present in this room. We have contacted them. Without their contribution, without their efforts, we would have not been made where we are today. So I really would like to thank all the key contributors for last 10 years, those who've been with us, started this program. So I would like to call Brother Umar Ahmed, Brother Kamran Hussain, Brother Amir, Brother Akhtar Siddiqui, Brother Adil Fareed, Brother Faiz Sayyid, Sister Hala, Sister Maliha Rahman. As I said, some of these, they have moved out of state or they are not able to make it, but we would like to still want to recognize them. Brother Shoaib Qadri, who's the ICN president and the core member, please come to the stage. Sister Azra, Brother Manish, Sister Ruhi, please come to the stage. Brother Mahfouz, Sister Zumi, Sister Zumi here. Brother Maher, Brother Umar Mustafa. So again, when we started 10 years ago, this school was still running. The school was still running. Some of these members have now different responsibilities and have been helping the community in other capacity. We still have members who've been with us for 10 years. So the members who are sitting here, if their name is not on the list, they are on the active member list. Okay, so alhamdulillah, they're still continuing with us, but I really would like to recognize them, and with their efforts, alhamdulillah, we were able to make this success. And please pray for all of them and pray for all of us that may Allah continue to give us the success and the barakah in the school, in this community. And again, Jazakallah khair. Thank you to all of you. Thank you. And as I said, there are a few members who are still continuing. Brother Faiz Muhammad, who's been with us and with the school at ICN for more than 10 years. And as I said, inshallah, when we go through our next list of the administrators and team leads, would like to do it. As I said, I had promised that my time is really focused on recognizing our team members. Without them, we cannot make any success. Would like to move on to the next slide. On the academia side, for Al-Falah Academy, I would like to invite our team leads and academic co-chairs on the stage, please. Sister Alzina, Sister Fraheen could not be here. Aspa, Sister Fafra, Brother Naeem, Sister Saima, Sister Rania, Sister Maha, and Sister Bina, please. Please give them a I cannot move, so. And now, I would like to invite one of the programs that we have started offering at Al-Falah Academy. It was the first program offered at Al-Falah Academy, the very first time in America that Sister Anjum started with the collaboration of Mohsin with Sister Juhi. So I would like to welcome Sister Anjum on the stage, please. Sister Khalda is not here. So again, one thing I would like to say, without this team, we cannot make any progress. This is the backbone of our school, and the teachers get the guidance, the help with this team. So I really thank all the team members here, all the team leads, and the academic co-chairs for providing their time, their effort to make this school a success. So please pray for them. And again, Jazakallah khair for all your efforts. Now, before we go to the next slide, I would like to recognize one of the team leads who this year have gone above and beyond. I would like to call Sister Fakhra on the stage. Would like to recognize Sister Fakhra for that the connections team lead have gone above and beyond. The entire program coming up with the activities for the students, the masjid construction project. So there are a lot of time that is spent outside of the school hours. So really appreciate all your effort, Sister Fakhra. And as I said, this last 10 years has been very successful for us. One of our team leads who've been with us for 10 years and been involved with ICN longer than that, would like to recognize, as she has decided to move on and take on other responsibilities with ICN, would like to recognize Sister Bina Fareed. Please. She has decided to move on and continue on to the other responsibilities. For all your okay, this is the administration team. I would like to call each of you to please come to the stage. Brother Abdul Rahman. Okay, we have new administrators here, the future administrators. Sister Sobias, Sister Maliha, Hadi, Brother Khaldoon, Brother Faiz, please come to the stage. Sister Aisha, Brother Altaf, Brother Arif Khan, Sister Fatma Niaz, Sister Rafia Shuja. I must say, this job, doing this the entire year, I think is relatively easy. Yeah. Okay, I think I want to make sure that I say this. What I am doing right now is the most difficult task. You know why? If I or we have missed any name unintentionally, then please forgive me, forgive us. If I see you, I will call your name. That is not the intent. Our intent is really to recognize each and every one who have contributed with the Al-Falah Academy. A lot of effort has been put in. We will prepare this program, these slides, to go back and think for last 10 years who have been contributed as the core team members. So I really thank this team. All of them are currently helping, as I said, Brother Faiz, Brother Altaf. They've been here for more than 10 years. So I really appreciate your effort, your time. May Allah accept and make this school a success. Jazakallah khair, and would like Brother Faiz, Brother Altaf, and Sister Aisha to stay for a few more minutes on the stage. Jazakallah khair. Yeah. And Sister Sonia is not here, probably she's helping on the other side of the panel. So as I said, a small token of our appreciation, would like to give the Excellence Award to Sister Aisha, and the way she has put in her time, there was no time off for her in every situation. So we really appreciate that passion and the commitment. So Jazakallah khair, Sister Aisha, for all you do in the family. And may Allah accept all the effort. Thank you very much. Jazakallah. Yeah. Yeah, and I think she wants to bring another very active and future team member. So when she comes, we will welcome that new team member. So here is Yasir, been part of the administration throughout the time, and really give the credit to the family, Usman Bhai and Sister Aisha for, the passion, the commitment is unbelievable. Believe me, we get the motivation from our team who gives us this much time and keep us going. So may Allah reward each and every one of you for your time and contribution. Again, Jazakallah khair. I'd like to move on to the next slide. So the lunch team, I would like the entire lunch team to come up here. If I have missed any name and you are here, please do come. I would like to call Brother Asif, Brother Atiq, Brother Mateen, Brother Akhtar Malkana and family, Brother Adnan, please all of you come in. Brother Faisal, Brother Fahad, Brother Razi, Brother Tariq. I guess they are still in the cafeteria. Those who are here, please come up. Okay, as they're coming in, we'd like to acknowledge the food that gets served will not be able to get served without these brothers' effort. And I know Brother Razi is doing a very critical job, but I would like him to come up to the stage because he do serve the food, the pizza. So please, Brother Razi, just for 1 second. Okay, I think as I said, there are a few team members that are still in the cafeteria. So again, Jazakallah khair, all of you, thank you very much for your appreciation. Brother Malkana and Sister Malkana, they every year make the biryani for all the volunteers. They bring it for everyone. So again, Jazakallah khair. That's an important, process. And Brother Asif is not here, so we wanted to acknowledge one thing that I wanted to mention. He's not here. That Brother Asif, when he was on vacation on the cruise trip, he was coordinating the menu for the food and making sure the food. Asif Bhai is here. Asif Bhai, please come to the stage. I guess you're getting the exclusive stage now. But I think so. Brother Asif also been with us for 10 plus years. So I would like to again acknowledge Brother Asif been with us for 10 plus years and still continue, and inshallah will continue, and may Allah reward. As I said, some of the things that we may not see, that behind the scenes there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So he takes care, even though he's on vacation. So Jazakallah khair, Asif, would like to recognize the efforts. Jazakallah khair. And Jazakallah khair, Okay, good. Prayer and audio video setup. Brother Iftikhar, Brother Shahnawaz, Brother Abdul Bari, Brother Anis, and Brother Harun. Harun Shah, please come up to the stage. We really appreciate all your efforts. See, you have a full exclusive stage here. Is Brother Shahnawaz here? Yeah. Okay. Again, this is all I always say this. ICN has a lot of committees, but Al-Falah Academy is one of the committees where you have to commit for almost 25 plus Saturdays. It's not easy to do this every Saturday from 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. But these brothers and sisters do this, so would like to take time to recognize their efforts. May Allah accept. Jazakallah khair. So all the audio visual setup, Brother Anis takes care of it, so really appreciate it. Jazakallah khair. And Brother Anis is also one of those, mashallah, been with us for more than 10 years and is still offer his services, so Jazakallah khair, Brother Anis. The special event team, Sister Shabana, Sister Shazia, Sister Jameen, the bake sale, coordinating the quiz board, and this masjid brick project, Sister Shabana, Sister Shazia and the team did that, and Sister Nilofur, they did this, and we'll talk about this masjid brick project as well, so really appreciate they are helping in the cafeteria to prepare for the food for us, inshallah. So please remember them in your du'as. Okay, I would like to invite our security team. We still have one brother in the front. Would like to invite our security team. Brother Amin, Brother Ashfaq, Sister Bailey, Brother Usman Jan, Brother Rashid, and the parking team also. Brother Umar Ahmed may be here. Brother Muiz, Asif Ahmed, Brother Ray, Brother Kashif. I would like all of you to please come. Brother Faisal, Brother Asad, Brother Mateen, Kamran Khan, and Brother Harun. Brother Amin. All the security team members, please come up to the stage. And we welcome all the students. MashaAllah, this is a very happy moment. Congratulations to all of you. Great job. All the security team members. Easy. Brother Zuhair is here as well, and Brother Zuhair is going to continue his job. Okay, I'm waiting for a few more. Okay, we'll give a minute for students to settle down. And again, students, I want all the parents and the students to pay attention, please. Please. This team is dedicated to serve and protect this facility, this building, and all of us. May Allah reward them each Saturday to be here from the morning till the end. It's a huge undertaking. And as you can see, some of the brothers who are in the parking team, we have now hired the Aurora Police Department, so they're here. So they don't need to be on site every Saturday or need basis, but they've been contributing for years, so would like to really recognize and Jazakallah khair. If I can maybe listen one team member, they may not be here right now, but really appreciate all of you for your efforts, and I would like to request Brother Amin, Brother Ashfaq and Sister Bailey to stay on the stage, and would like to pass the token of appreciation to all of you. Really, without your help, we could not have done what we have done. Jazakallah khair. Okay, thank you students, you're doing a great job. Guess what? Can I have attention from all the students? All the students please. You're doing a marvelous job, you had a great activity in the class right now. I would like to please, what I am going to talk about is very special and near and dear to my heart. So I need attention from all of you please. Can I request a complete silence? Thank you. Jazakallah khair that I don't have to count 5, 4, 3, 2, right? So thank you very much. I would like to recognize one of our very key team members. Brother Noman, who's been with us for when we started, and he was a very passionate team member, and we used to have the meetings about the school at his house. He was a security team member, parking team member, and we felt that it's been a long journey for us, and we wanted to recognize the effort as we are recognizing our team members who've been with us for 10 years. It would not have been fair not to mention Noman. And his family is here as well. His kids have graduated from Al-Falah Academy. And his passion, his commitment to Al-Falah Academy, to ICM community was just amazing. So may Allah give him the best place in Jannah and give the peace and sabr to the family. And we would like to recognize our security team member for the Noman and Ahmed Memorial Award for their excellence and dedication. They come here every Saturday, literally at 9 a.m. stay till the end to close the school, all 26 Saturdays. So would like to present this award, and I would like to thank Sister Zubi for allowing us, the school administration, to give the permission to recognize Noman and have this award as an excellence award given to our team members. We really appreciate your efforts. And I request you at the end, we have ICN board, Chairman Khan and few of the board members could not be present here, but I'm really thankful, honored, and humbled with the opportunity to serve this community, serve this school for almost 10 plus years. May Allah keep us sincere. May Allah accept our efforts, our team. Without the team, without the parent support, we cannot make any progress. So jazakallah khair to all of you for your efforts. Assalamu alaikum. Now we want to move on to
So now before we move on to, we have seen and heard about the commitment and dedication of our volunteers, and that just does not include our teachers and TAs. So what drives everyone, all of our volunteers, to come here each week and during the week to put in those countless hours? Of course, our community, our desire to serve for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we do have amazing inspiration and role models. Brother Kashif Fakhruddin and Sister Asfa Fakhruddin, I'd like first to call all the team leads to the stage. The number of hours that these individuals, their family, puts into the school is it's beyond 24 hours a day. I don't know how they do it. Their dedication, their enthusiasm, their passion has really created this amazing culture and atmosphere for our school, and such a strong driving factor for each of us as team leads, as teachers, as team members, to come here each day. So we would like to take this opportunity to thank them. Thank you, Brother Kashif and Sister Asma Fakhruddin. Thank you for being an inspiration to each of us, and not only being an inspiration, but doing your work with such humbleness. Jazakallah khair for all that you do.
Alhamdulillah, it's a team effort. As I said, may Allah accept everyone's effort and keep us sincere. Jazakallah khair to all the team leads, everyone. Thank you very much. Now we want to move on to the next very exciting activity, fun. It's a surprise, but some of you definitely are aware of, that we have in this audience someone called Asad. Do we have any Asad here? Okay, Asad is holding a poster, guys. You have a chance to win or get from me. If you guess it correctly, you will get a free carnival ticket. That carnival ticket can lead you to get a toy basket. So this is a quick plug-in to must buy the carnival tickets so you can get the toy baskets. But what is written in this poster that Asad is holding, whoever will guess Okay, so who wants to guess? Hey, Asad, why don't you, can you see Asad? All right, so Asad, can you pick? Asad cannot, Asad is putting me on the spot. Okay, this side is very quiet. Okay. Go ahead. Loud. It says Al-Falah Academy. Asad, is it right? More. What else? Somebody else gets a chance. Somebody else gets a chance. Okay, quick. Al-Falah Academy 10th year anniversary! Yay! Did you know it? You knew before? Or you guessed it?
I showed it.
You guessed it or you already knew?
You showed it. You showed it.
All right. Okay, good. So again, Jazakallah khair. Thank you. You have a chance to. Okay, here's the rule. You can take the pictures with the Asad, but you cannot touch Asad. No touching, no hand holding. Okay.
We have everybody here. Excellent. I know Brother Kashif apologized ahead of time if he missed any names. Missed my name. No, I'm just messing with it. Kashif, I did mention about the carnival, so if you make sure around 12:30, 2 p.m. At the carnival. But I don't know about you, all these award ceremonies has made me hungry. So right about 12:30, 2 o'clock in the cafeteria, there will be food for sale. You can have the food there, you can take it with you, and please take more for family and friends. With that said, can I have some silence here, please? 1, 2, 3. Alright. But first, let me take a selfie. Everybody smile! Alright, thank you. Next time, let's go back to the side and smile. Excellent. Thank you. I would like to invite Sister Saima, Brother Naeem, and the youth program students and staff on stage, please. Again, the youth program graduating students, and staff on stage, please. here. Please give it up for them.
That includes the TAs, please. Okay, can I have some silence, please? Please give us your attention. This is a very, very special part of the program, and we'd like everyone's attention, please. Do we have Chef Homer here? And Brother Kasha for youth program voice TA? Chef Homer, please. Okay, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. This is a very exciting day for all of us, not just at Al-Falah, but this is a community event, alhamdulillah. You know, this is, if you think about it, we all should take a step back and take a look at the big picture. Take a look at the big picture. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put us amongst other Muslims in this community. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has enabled us to establish an academy. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has brought these hearts together and brought these minds together and enabled them to work hard to establish this beautiful academy, this beautiful entity. We cannot thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this. We need to take a step back and look at it and appreciate it. This is, alhamdulillah, you know, for me, and I assume for a lot of you, if not every one of you, one of the happiest moments that us Muslims at this difficult time were able to meet in this positive forum. So alhamdulillah, takbir. Takbir. Now this segment is to recognize our graduates, appreciate our teachers. But before that, I want to appreciate and thank every one of you. Because as I see the students seated up front here, you're eventually, inshallah, going to be in the youth program. You're eventually going to, inshallah, graduate. So thank you to our students for putting your commitment in this academy. I'd like to thank the existing youth program, first and second year students. Inshallah, you will be here filling the stage. Alhamdulillah, it's a good problem to have when we're having a hard time, you know, trying to fit the stage. So many people graduating, so many people putting their trust in the program and their commitment. And obviously I cannot move forward without thanking the parents. There's a lot of encouragement from the parents that comes into play here. Your trust in the program, your motivation and encouragement for your children to attend, whether they're in the youth program or not. Jazakallah khair, thank you. He who does not thank his fellow human being does not thank Allah. So thank you, Jazakallah khair. At this point, I want to put our spotlight on this awesome group on the stage here, alhamdulillah, our teachers and the graduates alike. There are a total 18 graduating, and 12 of them with honors for having completed some extra requirements. I want to let you know that we, Sister Saima and I, as the co-leads of the youth program, teachers, and the graduates alike. We admire your commitment. We admire your commitment. It's not easy. We admire your perseverance. And this is an amazing, amazing day to see you all graduate. You've put this as a priority for your Saturday morning, and I know how difficult it is. Like Sister Alzina was saying earlier, she has children in the youth program. This is my first year in the 8 years that I've been with the Academy that my child is a part of the youth program. And I know she's enjoying the experience, and I attribute that to the teachers here, the TAs. They have done a phenomenal job, alhamdulillah. And they've brought this creativity, and it's just amazing, alhamdulillah. As we move forward, I just have a few words of advice for our graduating students. This really applies to more, but there's 4 pieces of advice. One is, and I remind our students often this point, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most precious gift He's given you is the gift of Iman. It's the gift of being able to believe in Him. And having that belief, having that feeling in your heart and mind at all times is very important. So you got to hold on to that Iman. You have to find ways to strengthen that Iman, no matter what happens. First piece of advice. Second, keep your eyes open to opportunities. Opportunities to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whether it means praying, whether it means fasting, whether it means reading the Quran, understanding the Quran, doing dhikr, remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also keeping your opportunities open to serve your fellow human beings, to serve others around you. And you do have opportunities. Shaitan tells us often that we don't, but you can engage with your masjid. You see all the volunteers being recognized today. They've set an example for you. The opportunities are endless. Soup kitchens, can be small, it can be big. Go out as a group, serve others, serve humanity. Ingrain yourself in Islamic circles. Greet your neighbor with a smile. Do something nice. Buy them a gift. Mow them lawn, mow their lawn sometimes, mow their, rake leaves, whatever. Just smallest of these behaviors really adds up. Next, the third piece of advice. I know this is a challenging time, but the better you connect with your families and your friends that bring you close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and your deen, the better you will be. If you have time to Instagram, if you have time to Snapchat, you have time to get off of your mobile devices, you have time to get away from your earphones, and you have time to connect with your family at that dinner table. Mom, let me put the dishes in the dishwasher today. Mom, let me, do this chore around the house. Dad, I can do this. Connect with your siblings. Spend some time with your family. Very, very important. You will not regret. Very important to grow yourself. Alhamdulillah, we've reached new heights today. Grow your humility. Okay? And then lastly, excellence. Excellence in everything you do. Inshallah, I see this group, and inshallah down the road you as well. You'll be one of the best doctors, journalists. You'll be one of the best engineers, lawyers. You'll be one of the best people contributing to your Islamic community. You guys have to keep that in mind, that excellence is this example set by the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and we have to always remember to do the best, whether it's grades or doing stuff in our community. With that, I'd like to ask Mr. Simon to add a few words. My youth program colleague.
No, assalamu alaikum. I just want to take 1 minute or less to reflect on the last 10 years. I just want to remind everybody and tell everybody, 10 years back, we started with less than 15 youth. 10 years back, we started with less than 15 youth in one class, girls and boys together. Today there are 18 graduates. And as the years went by, 30 students, 40 students. This year, okay, everybody open your ears and listen. This year we enrolled 110 youth students. Awesome. Thank you, parents. Thank you for forcing your kids to come. Thank you, kids, for listening to your parents and coming. Inshallah, these will be memorable years for you. Please be awesome role models. You're going out into the world. You're carrying this torch of Islam. You have to be great role models. And then second year, third years, we're looking forward to having you up on stage. Jazakallah khair. Lots of du'as for all of you.
Okay, before we hand out the diplomas, I'd like all of our staff to take a few steps forward and please come up front. Special recognition for you, please. I know you're very humble and those steps are being taken very slowly, but we need you up here, inshallah. And I'd like to ask the doctor to please join us here. Jazakallah khair. This group, alhamdulillah, you've seen them growing up as a part of the community. You've seen our few individuals that do youth work, alhamdulillah, all coming together to put forth their week-to-week commitment. Alhamdulillah, so proud of you and so thankful. Jazakallah khair. So at this point, we're going to, inshallah, give out the diplomas. We'll start out with the girls. Zohar Ahmed with honors. Rita Alam with honors. Adia Fakhruddin with honors. Ania Fatima with honors. Zainab Hashmi with honors. Fazila Imtiaz not able to make it today. Aisha Khan with honors. Nazar Rasool. Alina Siddiqui with honors. Amara Siddiqui. And Amna Tasneem with honors. All right, we move on to the boys. I'd like to have your attention, please. Can I get some silence, please? Students up here. Okay. Hisham Abdul Bari with honors. Muhammad Bilal Faisal. Gibran Fakhruddin with honors. Zaid Fakhruddin with honors.
you're here till the next school year. So let's keep the excitement for when we are out of here. Next on stage, I would like to invite Sister Anjum and Nurse Jack from the Special Needs Program to give us a lesson. This program is actually near and dear to me because I am a part of this program and have been for the last 2 years. Sister. The whistle. So I've been with this program for the last 2 years. Sister Anjum gave me the opportunity to come in as a TA and was promoted to be a teacher. And there is nothing more rewarding than walking in on Saturday and getting the biggest and brightest smile of that young girl over there. Hafsa, that alone makes me come here every Saturday. With that said, I just wanted to say one thing, that we do have an abundance of teachers in the class and TAs. Most of them are female, and I was one of the first male to join. And I would encourage other men who are here, boys too, who would like to be part of this program, do get in touch with me, Mr. Anjum, because we could use your help. With that said, I would like to ask Mr. Anjum just to say a few quick words.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Give it up for them. They deserve it. We had an awesome year, third year of Al-Falah. New books, new curriculum. I can't tell you everything. If you know any special needs family who would benefit, please tell them to join Al-Falah Academy next year. I promise I wouldn't cry, but sorry, sorry. We are missing a lot of students today. Unfortunately, some are sick, some have moved, and today is Autism Awareness Day, so some of them have gone to support that, Alhamdulillah. But I can't do it without my team. I can't do it without the parents, and I couldn't do it without Sister Rasia this year. Sister Rasia was my colleague, and I miss her a lot. She moved to Texas, where she will be beginning a special needs program over there in the closest masjid near her, inshallah. So please, another round of applause for an awesome
This is a wonderful team to be with. Thank you very much again, everyone, for your efforts and your time. All right, for the sake of time, what we're going to do is something a little different this year. Instead of having all the classes get out of the chairs and come up on the stage, we are going to just announce the class, and I'm going to have the teachers and the TAs for that class come up on stage, and I'm going to have the students, the boys and the girls of that class, stand up, turn around, face their parents, take a moment, take a picture, and then sit back down for the next class. Did everybody get that? Okay. So let's start off with section 7, 1 and 2. Can I have students in section 1 and 2 please stand up where you are, turn around, 7th grade. Section 1 and 2. 7th grade, section 1 and 2. Please stand up and turn around. And can I have the teachers? please have the other students, please calm down. Seventh grade teachers and TAs, can you please come to the stage?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Hey everyone. I need complete silence. Complete silence. Pre-K kindergarten. Complete silence. We cannot start this promotion ceremony. We will not start till we have complete silence. Can we? Thank you. What we have done now to gain time, we have lost 30 minutes. We started about 20 minutes late. So to gain time, what we have done, we will not ask each grade to come up here and then go back. What we are asking, what Brother Farhan said, you will stand up when your grade is called. Teachers will come up here to recognize the teachers and TAs, and you can turn towards your parents. They can take picture. We have a photo booth here. You can take picture at the end. So it will save us time. So please, we need your help. For 7th grade teachers, I asked Brother Farhan that I just need a few seconds to recognize to all the teachers. Jazakallah khair. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your effort. And then would like to recognize one of the teachers. Very important that I'm going to share this. Safa Fareed started with us 10 years ago. Alhamdulillah, she will be moving on to pursue her career in college. Another important detail about Safa. Kids, when she started, she was the youngest teacher at Al-Falah Academy. Because of her academic experience, knowledge, she excelled at Al-Falah Academy. She set the standard for us to hire the other youth teachers because she has set a so high standard for others who can join Al-Falah Academy as a youth teacher. So Jazakallah khair, Safa, for a great job. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Next, I would like the students from grade 6 to please stand up and turn around to face your parents, section 1 and 2. And the teachers and TAs, please come up onto the stage. Thank you. Can I have the teachers from grade 6, section 1 and 2, teachers and TAs, please come up onto the stage. Again, I would like to point out that without these teachers and these students and the efforts that are going in, this is not an ordinary student. So students, please come back and please look up for your teachers. Thank you very much for all of you. Next, I would like grade 5, section 1 and 2 to please stand up where you are, turn around and face your parents. And teachers from grade 5, section 1 and 2, teachers and TAs, please come up to the stage. Here's our wonderful staff from grade 5, section 1 and 2. Students, please give your teachers a good round of applause. Thank you very much. Next, I would like grade 4, section 1 and 2 to please stand up in your chairs, turn around, face the teacher and the parents. And I would like to have the teachers and TAs from grade 4, section 1 and 2 please come up to the stage. Teachers and TAs from grade 4, section 1 and 2 please come up to the stage. Are all the teachers from grade 4, section 1 and 2? Okay. Students from grade 4, section 1 and 2, you may turn around now and appreciate your teachers here, and your teachers have done a great job listening to you guys. Thank you very much for all of that. Next, I would like grade 3, section 1 and 2 to please stand up and turn around and wave at your parents. Teachers from grade 3, section 1 and 2, please come to the stage. Grade 3, section 1 and 2. Grade 3, now can I have you turn around and appreciate your teachers and TAs who have put all this time and effort? Grade 3, section 1 and 2, teachers, TAs. Thank you very much. Next, grade 2, section 1 and 2, please stand up, turn around. Teachers for grade 2, section 1 and 2, please come to the stage. Teachers for grade 2, section 1 and 2. Grade 2, can I have you turn around now, face your teachers, and please give them a big round of applause for us. Thank you very much. Can I have some silence in here, please? Can I have grade 1, please get up? Which was grade 1? Grade 1, section 1 and 2. Not on this. Grade 1. Well, we were going to have them to stay where they are, but now they're already on the stage. I need you to go back and stand where you guys were. Grade 1, I need you to get back where you were. All the first graders.
Okay, students. Okay, here's the program. We are at the first grade. Okay, boys. We are at the first grade. We have pre-K kindergarten left. Then we end with the promotion ceremony. At the end, we have an excellent video for you all to watch. And that will be the end of the program, inshallah. So please, I want one more time.
If it does not have a seat, can you please sit down? I know we're almost done. People are trying to take pictures and do stuff. If we have the children, please be seated. And parents, please find a chair. Teachers, please find a chair. We actually have it in the back. We'd like everybody to be seated.
Okay, let's do this. 5, 4. Boys and girls, then the front. 3. The girls here in the middle. Girls in the middle. Please. 2. We got, PAs can help you on the left. 1. Would like to call the Arabic teachers on the stage. Arabic teachers. We have only pre-K and kindergarten left. That's the end of the ceremony then. Then we'll play the video. It's an exciting video. You will like it. So just again, maintain the silence. Thank you. We would like to invite all the Arabic teachers for the Arabic program on the stage and the team lead.
This is the dedicated staff which comes in earlier, an hour earlier, to teach Arabic to your students. So the students who come and participate in the Arabic program, these are the teachers who are responsible for teaching them Arabic. Thank you very much again for all your effort in this work. So, while we wait for the kindergartners and the pre-K students to come, I just wanted to remind you again that we do have a carnival in the small gym starting at 12:30. There is a $5 ticket which will be entered for you to win a basket of prizes. So please do go to the small gym, and all the proceeds from that will go towards the 248 school park and shuttle. The next, I want to remind you about the special needs art that it's at the auction. There is a big painting over here and a few smaller ones in the hallway. That's the front of these. Do grab some food at the gym. It is $5 and the popsicles are free. As our kindergartners join us over here for a fun lunch, one, two, three, four, five.
Come on, guys. Come on, good job.
What a wonderful group of fine young boys and girls from our pre-K class. Please give it up for the teachers and TAs for our pre-K. This is the future. These are the ones that are going to end up in the new program. Like Sister Risha said, it is not the end of the road. They will continue on being part of this school, inshallah. So one more time, are you guys excited to be here today? Yes, are you excited to enjoy summer if it comes? All right, thank you. I would like for you guys to walk out that way. So as the pre-K school, I would like to ask the kindergartners to come on stage. next, I'd like to ask Tashma to come to the order and right around.
Jazakallah khair, congratulations all of you. Okay, now I would like all of you to get ready for the video presentation, inshallah. Very briefly, you'll see the video at the end, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I have something really exciting to show all of you. Alhamdulillah, we have such a wonderful program here, and the ICN board is committed to provide whatever support we can so that this program can continue to be very successful, inshallah. So we've all talked about this new school building that we've talked about for the past few years. I have something exciting to show. Can all of you turn your attention to the wall over there for a very short video. Alhamdulillah. The rendering that you saw is what we have planned for the new building, inshallah. So with any project, the success of the project depends on every community member being involved with raising funds as well as showing the excitement and being involved with the project. So I request all of you to please donate generously to this project, number one. And if any of you is interested in being a part of this project, whether in marketing or otherwise, please contact one of us and we'd be excited. We would love to have you join us. And to all the students, do you want this new school? Say inshallah.